Hi everyone, I am Dr. Rizwan Ahmad, Head and Associate Professor, University Department of English, Vinoba Bhave University, Hazaribagh. You are welcome in my today's video in which I shall be discussing in detail about the ninth edition of MLA guidelines. This video is useful for those research scholars of humanities and some subjects of social science who are going to write their final thesis in any of the universities of our country. For research scholars who are pursuing their PhD coursework from any university of India, and also for those who are in a position to submit their synopsis for PhD registration in any of the universities across India. I have found that the research scholars are generally unaware or confused about the rules and regulations as laid down in the Modern Language Association book 9th edition. To cap it all, it is not a joke to write your PhD thesis in the correct format. In English literature, research scholars must follow English style and not APA or Chicago style. Now, MLA Modern Language Association Style Guidelines, 9th edition. Today, I am going to discuss the most important points which are mentioned in that book. The first one, title page. MLA requires a heading on the first page. This should include your name, your supervisor's name, the course title, and date. Place the heading in the upper left-hand corner of the first page using double-spaced text. Title case, no special formatting is required. Turn number 2, page numbering. Add page numbers along with your last name to the top right-hand corner of each page, beginning with the first page of the text. The third point, text style. Times New Roman is the recommended standard in 12-point size. The fourth point, spacing, margins. Yes, this is very important because research scholars generally do not know about how much margin they should leave on all the sides. 1 inch on all sides. Indent. The first line of a paragraph should be indented by a half an inch. Double space. Double space text throughout, and the spacing should also remain consistent throughout the paper. Now the headings. Here also the research scholars make so many mistakes in headings. Headings, MLA requires consistency in headings. That is, all level 1 headings should be the same. All level 2 headings should be the same. Heading should also flush with a left margin with no indentation. Avoid using all capital letters or numbers within your heading. Generally, research scholars write their research titles with capital letters, which should be avoided. Non-capitalization. Only true proper nouns, that is name, place, organization, etc., should be capitalized. Used capitalization sparingly. Number 7, numbers. MLA uses words for numbers that can be written in 1 or 2 words. Hyphen should be used with compound numbers, that is, for example, 30-5. When using numerals, include the comma for ovens. Now the number 8 point. Title of other works. How should you mention the title of other works? Larger works that contain sections, chapters, or smaller works within them are typically italicized. Italicized titles, book, which should be italicized, book, magazine, website, play, TV, and movie. For titles of smaller sources, quotation marks are used. Quoted titles, book chapter, a poem, essay, a specific episode of TV, podcast, or similar kind of things. Now, the quotations should be concise and must be used sparingly, should have direct significance to the argument or topic being discussed. When crafting quotes, use double quote marks around contents. Quotes should strive to blend it seamlessly with text, adding emphasis to arguments or ideas in a concise manner. Yes, the quotation should be just below or around whatever you are stating. There are certain instances where one has to quote large sections of text called block quotes. Block quotations are quotes of more than 4 lines. Block quotation should start on a new line and be indented half an inch from the left margin, double spaces, and printed with dot quotation marks. The indentation should be maintained throughout the entirety of the topic. Tables and figures. Any image or figure used should be included next to its relevant discussion. That it must be near whatever you are discussing. But don't break up any paragraphs or put these items in the middle of a sentence. Each figure or table should be numbered, starting with figure 1 or table 1 and continuing upwards. Number 11, in text citation. This is very important, text citations. In text citations are citations within the body of the paper that point to a work cited entry at the end of the paper. It should be used anytime with the work of any individual or organization is cited. By using in-text citations, plagiarism is avoided. This is one of the benefits of it. Other reasons for citation is to give readers the ability to review sources for a deeper understanding. In MLA style, in-text citation should be clear and brief. The basic format for MLA in-text citations is author page. For example, as a result, we were led to believe that the dog was a cat all along. Hence, the name of the author within brackets, Smith, and page number, that is 29. Now, number 12, digital sources. When referencing web pages, blogs, or other online media, page numbers are not provided. While the standard MLA format is author page, this can be shortened to just author for digital sources. Now, the work cited, very important. In Chicago, we write bibliography. In MLA, we write work cited. Work cited, it is centered at the top of a new page and is not bolded, italicized, or even underlined. Entries that are more than one line should have a hanging undent 0.5 inches each line. Double space the entire list without extra spaces between entries. Yes, capitalize each word in titles except for articles. It should not be capitalized. Articles, prepositions, or conjunctions. The conjunction is the word which joins one part with the other. And then, this is very important, alphabetize the list of entries by the first author's last name. Italicize the titles of full-length works and put shorter works in quotation. Number 14, elements of works, cited entries. What should we see when we cite the works of different authors or from different sources? Author's last name followed by a comma. B, title of source. Title should be written out in full, including subtitles, and the title is italicized if it stands on its own as a complete work. A title is placed in quotations if it is a part of a larger work, that is, an article in a magazine. Title of container. The title of a container is almost always italicized and followed by a comma. Next point, contributors. Contributors who played a prominent role in composing or releasing the work, like an editor, translator, should be mentioned over there. Version. Which version? First edition or second edition? First edition or second edition should be mentioned after writing about the contributor who contributed the article. Then number, volume number. Volume 5 in Roman numerals should be rewritten using Arabic numerals, that is volume 5. 5, as we write in British English. Publisher. Books, films, and television series, websites, and blogs should all have their publisher included in the citation. Publication date, if available, cite the date of a source was published. Date should be written auth, day, month, year. The day and month may be excluded if it is not required. The next point which should be given emphasis on location. Cite page numbers if a word is part of a larger published collection. DOIs. DOIs, that is digital object identifier, are preferred for online sources. When citing DOI, include HTTP, then colon, then two slashes, or HTTPS colon 2 slashes should be mentioned. You can exclude HTTP slash with your URLs, that is uniform source locator. Now, while concluding, I would like to suggest you that one must be cautious enough while getting your final PhD thesis printed, so much that you may not be compelled to utter these couplets. उम्र भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, उम्र भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी और आईना साफ करता रहा. Thank you. See you again soon in my next video. Until then, goodbye.